So I watched Transformers the last night, and you probably heard this movie sucks ass from everyone else, but now you're gonna hear it again. This movie sucks
ass!
Michael Bay is good at two things: explosions and putting me to sleep. I slept through at least an hour of the movie. I'm not even kidding. It was just so boring to watch, and it kept dragging on and on. It's 2.5 hours, which is 2.5 hours too long. Similar to the other Transformers movies, the story and script were awful. At the beginning, it shows a drunk Merlin getting a magical staff from a Transformer. This staff is the key to saving Cybertron. So then Marky Mark meets up with hot Oxford professor chick and Anthony Hopkins. And by the way, as soon as I saw him, I was like, yo, what the hell are you doing in this movie? You're making me want to watch Silence of the Lambs. Then they all team up with Autobots to save the world. Bleh. It's just a thin, recycled plot that stretches for far too long. The action sequences were meh at best. Nothing was memorable, nothing stood out. There isn't a single good line that you can quote from the movie because the dialogue was so bland. It's like they didn't even try. The only thing I enjoyed was Anthony Hopkins and his robot butler Cogman because they were at least kind of fun and entertaining characters. But other than that, I didn't care if anyone lived or died. I had no investment in it because of the lack of character development. Like, there's this little girl in the beginning of the movie who keeps bothering Mark Wahlberg, then she disappears only to show back up in the finale to help save the day with her Wall-E-looking Transformer. And it's like, yeah, why even have that? There were a few Transformers voiced by John Goodman and Steve Buscemi, and I love both of those actors, but in this film, they didn't really do much. Or maybe they did, I was just asleep and I had no idea. But it still feels like a big waste of talent. Transformers The Last Night is exactly what you expect from Michael Bay. It's a loud, boring mess. They already announced a Bumblebee spinoff because money. If you're a fan of Transformers, do yourself a favor and stay away from this film. Just stick with the old 80s cartoon or play Transformers Devastation instead, because unlike The Last Night, it actually has good pacing, good action, and an awesome soundtrack. This is definitely the worst movie I've seen so far this year, but the best nap I've had in a theater. I give it a 3 out of 10.